showtime.
It's that time of the month.
Yeah. What's going on? Listeners at home or whatever the fuck we're doing. I forgot how to start the episodes. It's your boy Illdok.
It's your boy Blerbs.
And we are here today with the one and only
Mr. Coerce, represent Perth City, brother.
It's your boy. How's things?
They're good, man. They're very good. Just keeping busy and shit.
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Just living life.
To the fullest.
Yeah. That struggle.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to this universal feeling called life.
Fucking, what's new? You've been working on music or?
Yeah, I've been basically trying to get my beats down packed. Like, I haven't been writing much lately, every now and then, but like, I get home from work and try and smash out at least like 2 or 3 beats a day.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah,
I've got
maybe.
Fucking
hundreds.
Do you find it hard to like do it? Like, do you sometimes get home and just
I have
like,
to
fuck,
force
I
it
can't
sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, but I think that's where the best shit comes out. Because, I don't know, when you force yourself to do it, you force yourself to think outside the box, get a little bit more creative.
Yeah.
And you come across things you might not have thought of before because you were comfortable in that place before.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, I've never really looked at it like, because I've always told myself just to walk, like, I don't know, I seem to wait until I get the inspiration, but I've never looked at it like that.
Yeah.
I
to
feel
kind of
like
force yourself to work in a different environment kind of thing. Yeah.
Even fucking with shit that you've never fucked with before.
Yeah.
Like, get into some K-pop or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
That's the logical next step.
Yeah.
A bit of K-pop,
Get a
fucking
K-pop,
throw it
mate.
in there.
That's where all the fucking money is these days.
Yeah.
Those
We
cunts
should
are
all be
fucking-
K-pop stars, mate.
Yeah, those cunts are going off.
Imagine
I
that,
mean-
a Perth K-pop scene.
Well, it
We
wouldn't
could
be
be the
K-pop.
first
would
I
it?
mean,
It'd be P-pop.
P-pop.
we could be the
That's got a ring to it, man.
we could be the first ones in the door on that one if we move quickly.
Yeah.
Let me
Trademark.
let me make some
Yeah.
phone calls, see what I can. Let me call up my Korean pen pal. See if I can sort something out.
Fuck, how long's that been going for, that K-pop? It's been going for a while, hey?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
have
pretty
no
sure.
idea.
before then it was just Korean music that was popular, but then someone went K-pop.
We can make this
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing, like, it was like a documentary, like, little mini video thing on some fucking, like, K-pop superstar woman.
There you go. It's been traced back to the early 90s.
Oh, there you go.
No shit.
That was probably when Korea allowed people to make music
Yeah,
for the
no
first
shit.
time.
Go on, try and search, like, I don't know, just do, like, fake K-pop smile or something, because that... Because
What
that's
is
what I
that?
remember seeing. I remember watching this video, and it was, like, they were interviewing all these, like, women from, like, a K-pop fucking female, like, band or whatever. And the whole thing behind it was that they were, like, mistreated and, like, forced to, like, put on a happy face, like, all the time. But
Yeah.
in reality, they were, like...
There you go. Look at that
hating
dude
shit.
right there. Like third from the left, second down. Tell me that
Yeah.
he doesn't want to be there.
He is
That's the
hating his
most
fucking
forced smile in the world.
Yeah, it was just, like, weird. It was just real weird.
Or
Like,
someone on set just ripped a fucking nasty fart and he's just copping it.
yeah.
Like, fucking Jacob.
Yeah, man. They're fucking... I don't know. Like, it kind of makes sense because it is one of those countries where they're very fucking
Yeah.
straight down the line sort of shit.
Communists? Is that the word?
I don't know. Is Korea communist?
Don't know. I don't.
No idea.
Yeah, fuck knows. I don't know. I don't know much about politics. But, yeah, what are we doing, Robin? What's this?
Oh, he's got a point though.
Mugshots.
Is that a thing? Like they get their eyes rounded?
Oi.
No shit, but
What do you mean? Like their eyelids pull back or something?
Cut off.
Fuck off.
what?
Yeah, they're like fully cut it and like change your eyes.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna put a pause on the P-pop.
Yeah, fuck. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I mean,
Imagine if you were a stoner, though. Like, no one would ever know you were stoned. 'Cause your
when
eyes
you're
are just-
walking around
but
like
then
this and
again,
your eyes are bloodshot to
Yeah.
the shit out.
Everyone just thinks you're on meth
Just
instead.
fucking
Fuck, man, that's brutal.
Yeah, I feel like Korea is probably just a wormhole of things that happen that are brutal.
Yeah.
Third row, second from the right, Yao Ming. Oh, man. Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, Yao Ming was definitely Chinese, so that might be hella racist.
Yeah, true.
But that's fine.
All right, so we're not doing fucking P-pop.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Well, with your, like, you say you're working on beats majority of the time, but you have been releasing stuff lately, like you did with the track with Greasy, then you did the solo track.
Yeah.
Were they, like, bars that you were sitting on, or were they kind of just spur of the moment?
The track that I put up recently, they were written probably a week before that got put out.
Yeah.
I wrote them, found one of my own beats to do it to, so I could release it on the platform and share it through Spotify and shit for the people.
That's dope.
And yeah, hit up fucking Paulie P, lives just down the road from me in Freo. Did a sick clip for it, chucked it up. The track with Greasy, the fucking, what was it called? That's
What's
for real.
That's
Yeah.
real.
That was a little bit of time in the making. We'd organised to write a song, but obviously life gets in the way. We completely fucking forgot about it.
Yeah.
A couple months later, he hits me up. He's like, "Oh, I got this fucking beat. You want to write a verse?" Wrote the verse fucking straight away. Organised studio time, and then he came up to Jurien, where I was living, not too long after that,
Shit.
and we filmed the clip without the song even being recorded, mind you. We actually recorded the song after we did the clip.
I feel like I remember him maybe
I
Saying
think,
that?
I think he
that,
might have
yeah.
told us about that.
And he
Yeah.
was
That would've
like,
been
it was
fucking
real weird, and then
hard.
having to record the song based off of how you did it in the
Yeah,
video
we,
clip.
like we
sort of
literally
thing.
just fucking we played the beat and just rapped our verses to the camera, and I said to him, like, it should fucking work. Like I can't
Yeah.
see why it
I
wouldn't
mean, it did.
be that fucking differential, but it worked really well. And that was just a one-off. We have got another track recorded for an upcoming project. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it yet, but there's one in the works.
Oh,
Fucking oath.
Uncle Sam beat,
Ooh.
fresh as fuck. Got that New York 90s vibe.
Fuck
Fucking,
yeah. Yeah. Can't go wrong with an Uncle Sam beat.
He's fucking...
I keep
Big ups
calling
Uncle
him-
Sam, man. He's
Yeah,
he's a
killing
don.
it.
Fuck yeah. I keep calling him Uncle still, even though he's changed the name.
Yeah, uncool.
Still kind of sounds the same, so I just say it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
I think forever I'll be calling him Uncle Sam.
yeah, no
I can't
shit.
stop.
It's just embedded in your brain.
Yeah.
I actually bought 2 beats off of him, maybe like a few weeks ago now. Purely because I wanted to start writing again, but I was just finding myself like getting stuck. I not hate, but I just struggle to write to my own beats.
Yeah,
So I was like, fuck.
I'm the exact same.
Yeah, I was like, I need something to fucking spark like a bit of inspiration. And he just as like I was trying to write stuff, he released one of his
He's a beat.
like catalogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good like that.
So I fucking went in there. First beat I heard, I was like, yeah, this is fucking me. And ended up getting another one off him as well.
Yeah.
And I pretty much almost finished it. One of them's like a kind of different vibe to what I'd usually do. So I've like written most of the stuff, and I think I might just keep what I've got and not try and have the whole generic like verse hook or verse hook.
Yeah,
verse,
yeah,
hook,
just the
or whatever.
standard. Yeah.
I'm thinking of just trying to have like a few little pieces and just fucking throw them around and just try and
Yeah.
make like a bit of a easy listening
Yeah.
vibe.
I love that shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's outside of the box. It's different.
Yeah.
Like, that's what catches people these days, I think, is something that they've never heard before. Something that's out of the normal, abnormal.
Yeah.
You'd be listening, you get 3 bars in, you'd be like, what the fuck? He's not rapping anymore. He's going into something different.
Yeah.
That's sick. I like
Yeah,
it.
for sure. I'm keen to fucking hear what you've got though. That'd be
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, man.
Are you
Jeez.
heading towards like making like self-producing your own EP or something? Was
Oh,
that the plan? or-
100%, man.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm not actually making beats for myself to rap to. I'm just making beats to, I don't know, make the best beat possible at the time.
Yeah, and just what sounds good, and if you can rhyme to it.
Yeah, because, like, I don't want to sit there for fucking 7.5 hours, like, this snare sounds shit.
Yeah.
This snare sounds shit.
Yeah.
and then be like, oh, I'm going to rap to this.
Yeah.
I can't. Like,
Once you've heard the beat 1,000 times already and it's like trying to write to it on loop again.
Yeah, it's fucking...
Yeah, that'd do your
Yeah.
head in.
So, like, when I do want to try and write to one of my beats, like, I'll make it, and then I'll spend a lot of time touching the little things up to get everything clean and everything nice, and then I'll get pissed for like a whole week and just forget about it. Come back to it the week later, and it's like it's almost fucking brand new again. Like you've never heard it, and it's like, holy shit, I need to change that, and then you like quickly change the bass line a little bit or something, and then
you kind of pick up on the flaws a lot quicker, right?
Yeah, you go into it with fresh ears, sort of thing, because ear fatigue is like an actual thing. Like,
100%.
You listen to something too much, and
And I like listening to other songs and then coming back and then listening to it to get a different take on it.
Yeah.
I suppose it gives you something to compare it to as well in the scheme of things.
Yeah.
Do you have much of a routine of how you make your beats? Like, do you start with your drums or do you find a sample? Or
Not necessarily. Lately, I've just been playing Apex Legends and fucking literally like just dropping the vinyl and just letting it play.
Yeah, man,
and just playing and then listening and then like, holy shit, and just like quickly take it back, snip it, finish the game, and then fuck with the sample.
The game comes first. It's
Obviously.
got to come first.
Yeah.
Bro,
I can't let the boys down.
Oh, bro, I had to delete it.
Really?
Because it was either I kept Apex and I'd fucking sit here. Realistically, I should have been doing what you were doing and have records playing. And I noticed from your setup, you've got like your computer and shit, and you've got Apex like right
It's
there.
a dope little setup.
Oh, man,
it's cool, man, because you can just fucking cool, done.
Yeah, that's what I should have been doing. But I just found myself spending all of my free time playing Apex. And then if it was to do with music, it was almost like I was trying to force myself to do music because I knew that if I wasn't, I was just going to play Apex. So I kind of gathered the courage after this cunt was giving me shit all the time. I was like, fuck it, like, I'm deleting it.
But you were so good.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was all right, but I wasn't that good. So deleted it, and now hopefully it'll work in my favour and I'll actually start getting a bit of fucking music done.
Yeah, well, theoretically, speaking.
Yeah. Until he flips over and downloads Fortnite, and then
it
all starts over
back
again.
down the wormhole.
Oh man, I've been tempted to get back on Fortnite, but
don't do it.
Nah, it's too far gone now.
It is. Like, I remember playing the first couple seasons, and it was alright, but it just turned to shit massively.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like with those games, you got to keep up. Like, I played for the first like 2-3 weeks of Apex, something, maybe a month, and then just stopped. And like, he was playing before he deleted it, I jumped on, played like one game, lasted I think 2 minutes, and it was like, there's like no point me even playing anymore because everyone's already so far ahead of me. And I'm just like, that's just not my game. I'm shit at games to begin with.
Yeah.
Bar 2K.
Oh, but you're still shit at that.
Yeah.
A bus y'all on 2K about it.
Oh, fuck. Out of here. That's a big statement.
We're still playing on 2K18 as well, so we're stuck in the
Yeah, the Fortnite thing, like what you were saying with fucking having to like stay like up to date or whatever, that's definitely a thing. Like with Fortnite, if you're not spending 8 hours a day playing it, it's not long before you're fucking shit. You know what I mean?
think you could if you were like a kid or someone who games on the regular and has the time to commit. But if I just want to jump on and play something for an hour and I jump on there, I'm just getting killed. It's not fun. It's
There's
like,
some fucking 8-year-old from Cottesloe. That's fucking...
Yeah.
And for some reason, only Kiwis played Apex.
Bro, like every time I used to jump on, it would literally either be a fucking 10-year-old, or some fucking Kiwi stoned as fuck.
100%.
Like,
pick up the Mozambique G.
You always hear cunts ripping bongs on there though.
Yeah. I get so many stoned Kiwis, man. Like especially like young ones, like 12, and they'll openly admit that they're like 12. Like, oh, bro, I'm 12 years old and I'm so fucking blazed. I'm like, that's sick, man. Like, good for you. Keep keep up the school shit. I don't know.
Yeah, no shit.
Oi, the best one I heard, I was listening, there was a kid playing with us, like a little kid, must have been 10, 12 or something, and you can just hear him through the headset going, yeah, I'll do it in a minute. I'll do it in a minute, Dad. It's not a crock of shit, it's a good game. And like his old man's obviously gone, fuck you playing this shit for?
With the, like what you were saying with the whole school shit, I was watching Tucker live on Instagram yesterday, the day before, and when I clicked onto it, he was talking to some dude and he had like hell long like purple hair. Anyway, he's like fucking, he was like chopping up or some shit, and Tucker's like, oh, what are you up to? And he's like, I'm just chopping a session, man. You know, smoke weed every day, all this sort of shit. And Tucker's like, oh, you know, I used to be like that, but I've smoked enough weed, I don't need to smoke anymore. And this dude's like, nah, man, you know, weed all day, or some fucking dumb shit.
Yeah.
And he's like showing his chop and everything. And Tucker's just like, oh, how old are you? And he's like, 16. And he's like, oh, man, come on, you should be at school and all this sort of stuff. He's like, yeah, I probably should quit. Like, I need to finish year 10. And Tucker's like, but what about year 12? Like, are you gonna... And this dude, just by the looks of things, like, that wasn't his priority at all. Like, he'd already fallen into the, fuck this shit, I'm just going to smoke cones every day.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all been there, but...
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I was fucking ridiculous, man.
Yeah. It's fucking, like, when you're doing it, you just don't give a fuck. Now, looking back, it's like, man, what the fuck? Like, I just managed to graduate, but even then, I was, like, scraping by.
Yeah.
And, yeah, looking back at it, it's like, I was just a fucking idiot. Like,
Yeah.
It was, 2 years from when I started smoking, maybe, like, late year 10 to year 12, and in those 2 years, grades dropped, everything dropped. And it was 2 years is fuck all. And all I had to do was put in the work and
No shit, yeah. But that's the thing, man. It's at that point in time.
Yeah.
Especially when you're that young and you're not like, fucking your brain hasn't developed and shit. It's the last thing you should be doing.
Even before I started smoking weed, like year 8, year 9, like I wasn't stupid. I was like a pretty switched on kid, but I just never wanted to do the work at all. It was not, I was not interested whatsoever. I was more interested in drawing and fucking making sounds on the table with my fucking pen.
Yeah.
And as soon as I started smoking weed, it, like, everything just dropped dramatically, and I literally would not do anything at school except fucking scribble on my books. Nothing got handed in. I barely even fucking went, and continue to make music. Like, hopefully that kid in Tucker's video finds something through not going to school to help him in his life. But some people don't have that creative outlet to... Yeah. They just end up fucking...
Well, that's... Yeah, and that... Yeah, you couldn't have said it any better. Like, I look back at some of my mates and shit in high school that dropped out at, like, year 10, but went and got an apprenticeship. Yeah. And it's like, you know, that's fair enough. You didn't want to go to school. You didn't need to finish year 12 because you weren't, you know, planning on going to uni, but you've got a job. Yeah. And... for a fucking long time, I was doing fuck all after high school, just smoking every day, wasting my fucking life, basically. Yeah. Obviously working on music and stuff at the same time, but, like, I look at some of the dudes I went to school with who dropped out year 10, and now they're fucking tradies with houses and cars and all that sort of shit, so...
Yeah, it's just making the right choice,
isn't it?
Yeah,
that's it.
Oh, exactly.
Just, as long as you fucking, you know, you got a goal set in mind and you're willing to fucking work towards it, then...
100%, man.
Do what you got to do. Everything takes time, I guess.
Until then, 420 fucking plays it all day, can't...
Yeah. What school did you go to? That's
Warwick.
Not, like, confidential.
Warwick High School, yeah.
So you're based in Perth, eh? You've always been based in Perth?
I've been back and forth since I was a little kid, man. Like, when I was born, my family were living in Jurien. I was born in Swanview, and then taken to Jurien because there's no water up there.
Yeah.
And then I think we left Jurien when I was in year 1. Came here, lived in Ballajura. We went to Westminster, and then Ballajura, and then went back to Jurien in like year 5, 6 or something, and then came back to Perth in like year 9 or 10. I can't quite remember.
Shit.
But yeah, literally
bouncing
just fucking
around.
back and forth.
So you going, because I was going to mention like the whole jury thing, so that's
Mm.
obviously always been like a family, like home, family town or whatever.
Somewhat, yeah.
Did you move back there for family, or did you just go
No,
back there?
I
'cause
moved
it's-
back there because I was fucking just a useless cunt. Like, I was just getting fucked up all the time. Like, the worst part was like relying on friends to get fucked up as well.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I had it drilled into my fucking head that was a normality. Like, all my friends are getting fucked up. I'm just gonna wiggle my way in and get fucked up with them,
Yeah.
and then like continue it on with someone else. And it was the worst fucking part. Like, I was a fucking scab man. Like,
yeah.
and I was like, nah, this is it. Got to go to Jurien, got to sort my shit out. Went to Jurien, fucking fixed my shit up. Put on a bit of weight, started liking beer instead. Still dabbled every now and then, but like now I'm at a point where it's just like fucking, I can't believe I ever did that shit like,
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, been there, done that.
I was gonna say, yeah, we've had very similar things. That's pretty much why I ended up like I went back to the UK for fucking 6 months.
Mm.
And that was pretty much for the same like reason. My family was over. Well, all my family's there, but like my mum and my stepdad and like little brother and sister and shit, they went back there for, I think they were there for like 2 years all up.
Mm.
So I just kind of used that. They had a house and shit there, so I was like, fuck it, I'm doing it. So I just bought one way ticket and just use that to fucking sort my shit out, clear my head, and then whilst I was there, I ended up writing like all of my Lost Patience EP, and then came
right.
back and recorded it. So it worked in my favour.
100%, man.
But before that, fuck me, like, yeah.
Yeah, I feel
not-
like sometimes you just got to take a step back.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
I remember
when you're in the moment,
I've never been to Jurien, but like
It's fucking beautiful, man.
I can imagine like the beach the beach towns and those kind of like remote little fucking communities and shit.
Yeah.
Like they're good just to clear your head. Like I went down to Albany, same thing, like family little like getaway, and just went down there. I fucking loved it, man. Like just 1 week there, just fucking fresh air,
Yeah.
just fucking sitting at the beach trying to write bars or whatever, and fucking yeah, man,
Water?
just it was dope.
Oh, I got one, bro.
oh cheers, bro. Sorry to click at you like a dog. I didn't mean to. I just didn't want to fucking interrupt the conversation.
Oi.
Fucking hell, that's a weapon, that thing.
Fucking.
Peg it at someone.
My missus got that as a fucking birthday present, I think. It's from Germany, actually. Like, it used to have the crest of where she lived in Germany on it,
That's cool.
but it fucking faded over the years.
I was going to ask, I saw that you went to fucking Germany last year or a couple of years ago or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is that like a regular thing or you got family?
Yeah,
over there or
man.
something?
My partner Jasmine, she's from Germany,
Yeah.
and we try and go every year so we can go see her family and
Yeah.
do a bit of fucking adventure. And we're actually going this year for Christmas. So we
Fuck
fuck
yeah.
off like middle December, get back early January,
Fuck, that'd be insane.
which should be good, man. You know, Christmas, New Year's in Germany.
Fuck yeah.
I assume they get loose.
Have you had Christmas like out of Australia before?
No, I've only ever known 40-degree Corona.
Bro,
fucking- and literally like every fucking meat possible.
Yeah.
And like Jazzy can't understand that, like, because they have like goose or something, and we have ham, chicken,
Pork, beef.
crayfish, shrimps,
Turkey,
fucking
yeah.
like everything.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Why so much?"
Yeah,
Yeah, why are you eating the same meats for 4 days straight? That's what it's like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally, eh?
Like,
What's
yeah,
for
like
lunch
after the
today?
fourth, fifth day,
Leftovers.
you're still pissed, and you're just like munging on this big chunk of fucking ham. It's like,
Oh,
are you
yeah.
alright?
All you've eaten is dried meats for the
Yeah.
last 4 days, not
Yeah.
a single vegetable.
Oh, and pavlova, fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Trifle.
To be honest with you,
Trifle
man,
for
I
me,
fucking
man.
hate pavlova.
Trifle
with
is
passion.
like the one thing I wait for Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, presents as well. And Santa, of course.
And oh yeah, yeah. Sit by the chimney.
Yeah, yeah.
With
No,
your
well, I was
belly in
going to
your
say,
bum.
like, cold, a winter Christmas, man. I don't know if it's just because I'm English, like, it's probably very stereotypical, but
Oh, fuck, it'd
a
be nice
winter,
change.
a winter Christmas, for me, just kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you think of Santa,
Well,
you
that's
think of
what you-
reindeers, snow, all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
So when you are, like you said, when it's like 40 degrees and you're down at the beach having a barbie, like it's Aussie as fuck, and that's what you do.
Yeah, but
And-
that's
But
all
there's
we've ever
always
known
that
to.
part of me that's like, this just doesn't feel. I mean, I'll take any excuse to go to the beach and get fucked up. Like, and if it's Christmas, it's even better.
But you look at every like country and their depictions of Santa and he's flying through the snow on a fucking on a sleigh for starters. That should give enough of an indication of the weather. And then it's Australia and it's 40 degrees.
Yeah.
What's Santa doing
What's
in
Santa
Australia?
doing?
He's
Yeah.
just dragging himself along the floor in the middle of the desert.
All the reindeers are dead from dehydration.
Yeah.
There's dingoes carrying the fucking sleigh now.
He's been bitten by a fucking tiger snake and he's bleeding out on the fucking
I'm surprised he still comes back, eh?
highway.
On the Nullarbor. Yeah, man, that would be dope. I was in Germany for. When were you there last time you went?
Fuck, I don't know. Don't ask me that.
Because I was there pretty much this time a couple of years ago for Oktoberfest in Munich, and it was fucking sick.
Fucking. Sorry, Jazzy. I can't remember if you are hearing this. It was sometime last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometime the year before. I know one of them was like summer-ish. No, it was summer because it was really fucking hot. Which is like mid-year,
Yeah.
July-ish, I think.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Fuck knows.
Man, I was actually talking about it because it's been Oktoberfest, obviously. I was talking about it today. Did I tell you my whole story with Oktoberfest?
Yeah, I think we did.
Have I spoken about it on here?
Yeah.
Okay.
About the dicing.
Yeah.
You basically assaulted a man within inches of
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because we were talking about it today
You what?
in regard to, like, I'll tell you. But we were talking a bit today about that whole thing, like a family, like a person we know did some shit, and now he's, like, just fucking disappeared. If I just incriminate, like, are we going to get some cunt's going to come bashing through the door now? But yeah, anyway, it reminded me of what, like, my mum was taking the piss because it reminded me of what I did in Germany. But basically, went to Oktoberfest and, like, at the Oktoberfest place in Munich, they've just got, like, the massive beer halls.
Beer hall, yeah.
And because, have you been? Did you go?
No.
Well, like, they only hold, like, maybe 2,500 people. Like, some of them a little bigger, some of them a bit smaller. But most of them hold about 2 to, like, 3,000 people. And basically, like, once you're in, if you leave, you're pretty much not getting back in.
Really?
Because the lines are, like, massive. Like, people will be waiting for hours for, like, just fucking people to trickle out just so they can get in there. And you can't get served, like, you can't buy beer out of the beer halls. So it's like, if you're going there for Oktoberfest and you want to go drink Steins and shit, you have to be in a beer hall. Yeah. So, and when you're in a beer hall, it's just like rows and rows and rows of just like wooden benches, like the ones you get at school and shit, that are just backed up, so they're all touching. So like, you'll be sitting with someone's back, like, leaning on you.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's fucking psycho. And you can't get served unless you sat at the tables. So, like, you spend 20 minutes walking around trying to fucking ask people if they can shuffle up and you can join them and shit. So, we did that, and we fucking managed to sit down with, like, some random fucking German dudes and just kind of started drinking with them. And then this other group of, like, English, like, lads, like, sort of football hooligans came, and they joined our table. And the whole time they were just, like, singing songs and just, like, singing, like, football chants and shit. And I was in my fucking element. I was loving it. I was like, this is fucking dope. So by this point, we'd been in there for a few hours, and I'd probably had maybe, like, 5, 6, 7 of these Steins. So I drank a fucking shitload. And they're all strong beer. They're all, like, 7% plus or whatever. Anyway, we're chanting. In Germany, they have, like, a song for the Oktoberfest. I can't remember how it goes, but, like, whenever they sing it, everyone stands up and everyone's fucking chanting, beers going everywhere. This song comes on, so I stand up and I'm fucking swaying, singing, and I smash my glass, like my Stein, on someone else's glass. And then the glass falls down and like, I didn't know this, but falls down and slices some dude's arm.
Fuck.
And I've just like completely oblivious. I've just gone, oh shit, like I've spilt shit everywhere, and I just kind of sit back down and like laugh it off.
This cunt's fucking...
And this fucking chick next to me like taps me on the shoulder and she's like, look at, like, have you seen what's happening? Like right behind me, I'm this dude like sitting behind me. And I turn around and this dude's just fucking pissing with blood. And I just, oh, it was so bad. I hate myself for it now. But I got up and I just left. And I just left the fucking beer hall and just stumbled my ass all the way back through Munich. Had no idea where the fuck I was. All the way back through Munich to some like bus pickup thing, because it was through like the Kentucky ship. And yeah, gone like some bus back to the campsite and just passed out. And when I got back to the campsite and checked the time, it was like 6 p.m. And I was fucking wrecked. And I just cut some dude. But
Fucking hell.
yeah, man,
Jesus
it was
Christ,
fucked up.
cunt.
It was so
So
fucked
hectic.
up. But that's like,
the best part is that you got up and you're like, nah,
yeah,
I'm out.
yeah. I don't know why. Like I think like looking back at it, I think I was just too, at the time I was just too far gone to have been able to deal with what was
happening.
So I just kind of saw it and was like, okay, I don't want confrontation. I don't want to be in some kind of fucking beer, like pub brawl sort of environment.
With 2,500
Yeah,
people.
yeah. So I was like,
in a different country.
exactly, in a different country. So I was like, nah, fuck this. Like, I'm going. And I just got out of the...
I suppose it'd be a different thing if you did it and it was like off in the corner and no one saw the dude bleeding and you were like, if I just fuck off and he can just bleed
Yeah.
out, I
Yeah.
can get away with it. But
Well,
Little
there
do
was
you know, there was like 600 people watching you leave like that.
no
filming
shit.
on their phones.
No
Yeah.
shit. But, yeah, hopefully the dude was all good.
Yeah.
I'd hate to think otherwise.
I would have at least made a phone call to the beer hall the next day and gone, any fatalities?
Yeah.
Just to double check. But then I
He
suppose...
was on the next plane home, brother.
Yeah, I suppose what you don't know doesn't hurt you.
But like, they probably think you're in England. You're
Yeah,
hanging out
true.
with the pommies, fucking singing the songs.
True. Well, that's the thing, like, because I was there with 2 chicks from Perth that I met up with whilst I was in England. And they stayed. So, like, I'm kind of gathering that he was okay.
Yeah.
Because they stayed and they fucking went off because they thought they'd lost me. And they got back at like 2 a.m. thinking that they'd lost me at Oktoberfest. And I was in the fucking tent, passed out. So, I copped an earful from that.
Well,
but
it may not have been as bad as you remember it. Like, you were completely shit-faced.
yeah.
And there was probably a lot of beer on his arm as well.
Yeah,
making
that's
the blood
very true.
look
Plus,
worse than it was.
if he's pissy, his blood's thin.
Yeah.
He's probably bleeding.
It's just this tiny little cut.
Yeah.
And it looks like, I killed someone. I gotta
Yeah.
go.
Or
Yeah.
you've severed his main artery. And who knows?
It was
Who
that
knows?
bad. Yeah. Another thing I
You'll
remember
find out
from
next
that as
time
well.
you go to Germany if
Yeah,
you're on the
no
fucking
shit.
block list.
As soon as I fucking arrived, just arrested.
He is a serial killer. we must get him.
One other thing I remember from that as well was because the whole thing of going out, not being able to get back in, they had, have you ever had those snooze things? They're pretty big in like European countries, but they're little like tea bags of tobacco.
What?
And you get them in like little tins. And I only seen them in Norway when I was there, and I saw them in Germany. But yeah, you get them in like little fucking tins, and they're just like literally like a tea bag. Like if you could imagine a bunch of tobacco in like a little filtered sort of paper thing, and you just put it on your gum, and just let it sit like in your gum on your like under your lip, and just leave it there, and the nicotine just soaks into your gums, and that prevents you from needing a cigarette. But I had one because it got to the point I had a shitload of drink. I was like, I need a fucking smoke. And one of these German dudes who was on the table was like, oh no, just have one of these, and gave me one. And it was fucked, man. Like instant head spin, like just sitting there, just straight nicotine going into my fucking...
treated tobacco? Because it's a thing that, fuck, I can't remember if it was like with the vapes or something like that, but like nicotine is actually good for you. Just nicotine, like it's a stimulant, works well with the human body if you don't fucking overdo it.
Yeah.
But because everything else that's in cigarettes fucks you up.
Yeah.
If there's a way that you could get like pure
isolate
nicotine
that, yeah.
in small doses, it'd be beneficial. And like I always thought that's what chewing tobacco and shit was they just pop it in, chew it, they get a bit of a fucking buzz, and
then,
they're on their
You're not
way.
inhaling. Yeah.
Just like it's like coffee or some shit. But
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true because I've never chewed tobacco.
Yeah, fuck that.
I can't see myself ever doing it.
No.
It's not appealing.
I tried the nicotine. Like, there's been multiple times I tried to quit smoking, and I've tried near on everything, but I tried the nicotine gum, and it was like chewing cigarette butts, bro. No flavour. The
Oh,
flavour was nicotine, I'm
Yeah.
guessing, because it
That's
tasted like
fucked.
ass. But
And when it goes like down the back of your throat, it's just like fucking burns. Hey.
yeah, and it's like, how does anyone? Yeah.
Yeah, I tried.
I guess make it as disgusting as possible, and people won't want to do either. Or
Yeah, well, that's
like
it.
that, but still, it's fucking.
A
It
dude,
just
I,
made me want to ciggy more.
yeah, no
It's
shit.
stressful.
A dude I work with fucking overdosed on nicotine.
What?
Yeah, he was trying to quit, and he had like the 50 milligram patches.
Just a sleeve.
Yeah, he had a 50 milligram patch, right? And he went to bed with his patch. Don't know why. Like, who needs to smoke in the middle of the night? Like,
Yeah,
Anyway.
shit.
had this patch, went to bed, woke up in the morning to get ready for work, and the patch wasn't on his arm. So he's like, oh, okay, well, it must have came off in the bed. So he's put another one on, and then driving to work, he's had a smoke. About 20 minutes after he's got to work, he started feeling all fucking faint and sick and like threw up and passed out. And they got him to the fucking hospital, and this cunt had the patch on, but the patch that he had on his arm had moved onto his back.
What?
So he had two patches on, and he'd like been smoking, and apparently that was enough to like fucking make him like pass out. So whether or not it was a like an overdose overdose is,
Or
but
it just made him sick.
yeah,
But
it just
even
it
still.
got too much that his body like
Yeah.
almost
Well-
fucking couldn't deal with it.
Like technically speaking, like an overdose doesn't have to be like you have a ridiculous amount, you fucking die.
Yeah, yeah,
But he's overdosed on a nicotine. He's fucking passed out.
yeah.
Yeah. That's fucked though. That's ridiculous.
I
Yeah.
know.
Like, the
100
idea
milligrams
of
are
that-
like.
Huh?
Is the idea of that. Like, I've been, like, you have a night where you just get so smashed on the piss and you smoke
Do you
so
wanna bring
many
your-
ciggies that by the end of the night,
I'm gonna bring that a bit closer to you.
the thought of a ciggy makes you sick.
Yeah.
And you just have it because you haven't eaten or whatever.
Yeah.
You got that feeling in your gut.
Some nights I'll get like halfway through a ciggy and I'll be like, no, I'll push the brakes for a little bit and then I'll completely forget about it. Get another drink. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I want a ciggy. One
Yeah.
drag. Oh
Yeah.
fuck, I'm here again.
And then you wake up in the morning and it's just sandpaper
It's
in
just-
your mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
worst
fucked,
fucking thing ever.
It is fucked, but yeah.
But then you
still
force
do it.
yourself to have a coffee and another cigarette.
Yeah, it's fucked.
It's a problem,
Yeah.
massive problem.
Yeah, it is fucked up, eh?
They should just, like, I think they should just ban cigarettes. Like, that is, you'll have a shitload of angry people for like 2 weeks.
I'll be one of
And then,
I
yeah,
think it'd
so
be
would
more,
I. And
I
then,
feel like it'd be more than angry though. I feel like it would be an outrage if like
There'd be a-
people would be committing crime.
but at the same
Yeah.
time, everyone's going to be aware that they're having withdrawal symptoms off cigarettes. If you go out and do something stupid and your excuse is, oh, because I haven't, they banned cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's like,
But
well,
it's not going to stop people from smoking though. Like, weed isn't legal. People are still fucking growing it and processing
Yeah.
it. Obviously, tobacco takes a lot more to process, but there's going to be a massive black market.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's why they don't do it because the government knows that. They know
The biggest
that if they
issue is
if
that
they
you
can't tax
can't
it.
grow your own plant. If
Yeah.
you could grow your own nicotine and it didn't have to... Like, why is there nail polish remover in a cigarette? Or, all these chemicals, and it's like... At what point did you go, we're going to give this to humans, this is what it's missing?
yeah,
yeah, this is the key
just
element.
a bit of rat poison
Yeah.
for flavour, just to really hit those...
Sprinkle of cyanide. That's just fucking,
yeah, no shit, eh? Oh, speaking of that shit, I heard a thing on the radio today of Johnson & Johnson. I've now decided I'm never buying any Johnson & Johnson products
Is it
ever.
Asbestos, eh?
Yeah, they got
Mm.
asbestos in
Oh, yeah,
fucking
and the
baby,
baby
powder.
So you smashing your baby's butt with a bit of powder
Yeah.
to help him out. You fucking smashing asbestos up his
Straight
arsehole.
up his
That's
arsehole. Oh,
poor little cunt.
oh no way. That's
He's like, this
fucked.
world is so great, and fucking dad's just nut.
This world was so great for the 3 weeks that I got to
3 weeks.
experience it.
Yeah, that's just fucked away.
Mm.
That's grim. How do you
I
fuck that
feel-
up? Who's got asbestos?
Yeah.
Like, where is there asbestos
I don't know.
that it could...
You probably still work with it, eh?
We get people in to remove it, but like that has been.
And they're always wearing Johnson & Johnson
uniforms.
Yeah.
It is Johnson & Johnson.
No. Fuck,
Rock
like, I
up
was
and they take
doing deep sewage work in Jurien at one point, and there was a shed that had to get taken down for the new pipes to get put in, and we didn't know it was asbestos, and the Shire found out, and they were like, you guys aren't working for a couple of days, and they had this massive full team with like full hazmat suits coming in,
Yeah.
completely fucking sectioned
Yeah,
off.
shit.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
if you guys didn't get involved, we would have just smashed through that shit.
Yeah,
It's-
no shit.
And we'd all die
Yeah.
50 years early.
What,
But
what happens? It's a slow, it's a gradual
I'm
thing.
pretty
right?
sure
You
it's
don't
a,
just-
yeah.
It happened when they did that thing... I think it was like a fucking rebate or some shit like that, eh? Where they were changing all the bats in like the insulation or something like that, eh? And there was
Yeah.
a lot of old asbestos insulation, and I think there was like 1 or 2 young lads who died from asbestos poisoning or something, but it was
Yeah.
a whole thing.
And I can imagine there's probably been a shitload of old dudes as well that have all had
Yeah.
similar
Oh,
things.
No
yeah,
doubt.
Yeah.
back in the day when it was the best fucking building
Yeah,
material
yeah.
of all time.
Yeah.
Same
Right.
as like the pesticides thing we were talking about the other day, and all the people that are, you know,
But
growing up in the 60s and 70s where there's no regulation or chemical warning labels or
Mm.
whatever, and
those grey fences, are they asbestos?
Some, yeah.
but it's only bad if you crack them, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
pop 'em
it's
yeah.
like
open.
fibres,
So it's
though.
the dust and the fibres
Yeah.
that, like, and I'm pretty sure it is a slow thing. Like, it'll sit in your lungs and fucking.
Slowly shuts down on the organs.
Fuck that.
It comes a fuck pumping it up bowels.
Every time you do this,
Goof, goof.
oh
It's
shit.
a horrible thought.
Yeah, what else?
There's gonna be people out there thinking that like I'm spreading kids' buttholes and just fucking.
Yeah. Yeah. Just doof, 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 doof.
Oh. Hanging out the window of a Cadillac. Doof, 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 doof.
I feel like Johnson & Johnson have definitely been fucked over.
Mm.
I saw something like a while ago. It wasn't even to do with this asbestos thing. It was something else that they had in like their fucking, I don't know, like a pill or some shit.
There's a concern inside the
Because
company
they
for
were
decades.
behind the whole Tylenol thing. Did you ever hear
That
about
happened. That was recent too, eh?
No, oh, I don't think it was recent. It was a while ago, but it was with the cyanide and the Tylenol tablets.
Well, they
and
got.
that was Johnson & Johnson that got fucked over.
You
quick.
told me something about Johnson & Johnson on like an earlier episode about
Yeah.
them doing something. Who is it? Is it 2 dudes whose last name is Johnson who've never met, or?
No shit.
Because you see like law firms and shit, and it's like O'Brien and Gilligan or whatever
Right.
the fuck.
Yeah.
That's one law firm I've never ever heard of, but
I can imagine it's a family thing, eh?
Or if it's just some dumb cunt with the last name Johnson that named his son Johnson,
Yeah.
and he's just like he's the complete sole owner of the company, just Johnson & Johnson.
All it reminds me of is Pusha T. And I can't even think of the bar, but he goes, Johnson & Johnson.
what is it?
Son and the baby weight monster, some shit. I can't even remember.
Robert Wood Johnson joined his brothers, James Wood Johnson. And
Yeah, I mean, just call it Johnson once then.
what about? Oh, wait, wouldn't that just be Johnson and Johnson and Johnson?
Yeah,
Is this
either,
three Johnson?
that or just Johnson or
Or like
Johnson and Brothers.
Johnson,
Like,
yeah, Johnson
Yeah.
Bros or Johnson and Sons or some shit. Oh
Cunts
no, they're his
cooked.
brothers. Yeah, Johnson and Bros.
It's all this fucking
Well, I
baby
mean,
powder
it's-
they're smashing.
yeah, it's
just
obvious
cooking
they
'em.
were set up for fucking failure
One of
from
them,
the jump.
clearly one of them wasn't very liked.
No, because he kept putting fucking asbestos in everything.
Yeah, it's just the brother that's not part of the business. He's just
Yeah,
fucking
the
it.
one Johnson. It's Johnson and Johnson, and then a different company entirely that's just Johnson.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. I've saw a couple things where they've just been fucking like a lot of what's it called?
Fuck, they lost 20,000 employees last year.
Fuck me.
Asbestos.
Yeah. Yeah, they all just died.
Just fucking same time.
That's
Do you want to look up one of these things? We'll go back to music for a bit.
And every time I see it, I laugh. Fucking Robin with Leaf Dog.
Oh yeah, go on that. Oh, I know, man. I'm still fucking. I can't believe it, to be honest. It's probably one of the. Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Fucking
probably.
message him and get him on the podcast.
Go on that video. So this is a video I was on about that I was going to show you, but I didn't.
Oh, the
I was
fireworks.
like, it involves fireworks. Yeah, go on, click on it.
How do you make a beer?
Click on it. You have to go onto it, yeah. And Johnson. It's nostalgia,
Nostalgia,
yeah. Yeah, watch this shit, bro. Outdoor fireworks at a school.
What the fuck?
At a school play, bro. Outdoor. That's fucked up.
Dude.
Yeah, they fucked up and bought Johnson and Johnson fireworks.
Johnson.
Just asbestos everywhere. But how fucking psycho is that, man?
That's
I saw
fucking
that and I
nuts,
was like, for starters, those poor kids. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, bang, bang, fuck.
They'd be traumatized for life, man.
fuck yeah, man. And it's Christmas time as well.
It's like one of those night vision fucking videos you see in like Afghanistan where there's just like mortars and shit going off.
Yeah, I mean, a bit different.
Oh, I mean, almost identical when you think about it.
Yeah, how fucking psycho.
That's nuts, man.
I'm trying to think what else I got. Oh yeah, that's the music thing. So I've got a question.
Mm.
Take a guess. Who's the most sampled artist of all time?
Is the Armin drum break?
No, artist, not song.
Oh,
The
what's
most sampled artist of all time. You might have already seen it on Facebook or some
what's her
shit.
fucking
but-
name? I took a screenshot the other day.
I want to say James Brown. But
Did you read the fucking thing?
no, I just want to say James Brown.
Well-
Shitloads of people have sampled it
Yeah,
and he's
well,
got
you're-
shitloads of songs.
Yeah, well, you're correct. So cheers for that, cunt.
Do I
Yeah, no,
win
James
anything?
Brown. No, you win fuck all. Yeah, James Brown. I just thought that was an interesting fact.
Yeah.
Because I had one beat. I got Reams to make me a beat ages ago of a James Brown song, but that's the only time I've ever thought about sampling him. And I think that's
sampled-
probably the reason why as well. It's because I kind of know that he's been sampled. So it's one of those artists you just don't bother touching.
Yeah. Like fucking Nina Simone, she's been
Yeah.
thrashed so much.
Yeah, Kanye's fucking sampled her a couple times.
Mm.
I mean, I've always sort of been like,
Have you watched her documentary?
Which one?
Oh, these are frozen. It was on What Happened, Miss Simone. It was on Netflix.
Nah.
Bro, I recommend you watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first I'd heard of her, but wasn't too like what's the word? Like didn't know too much about her sort of thing, and then watched this documentary. Obviously, a lot of it's about like her life and how she started and all that kind of stuff, but it shows like a lot of live footage, and she fucking lost her marbles, like legit lost her marbles. And when she was,
cheers, bro.
can I pinch one? I'll get some.
Oh, that
afterwards.
was fucking impressive.
When she was fucking like pregnant, she was getting like fucking beat up and just all this sort of shit. Anyway, she ended up like fucking off to, I want to say Jamaica, but I don't think it was. I think it was just like an African country, and just basically went ghost. Like
Yeah.
just lost her shit, went ghost, and yeah.
But even the ones who don't go crazy, like Dave Chappelle did that, just fucked off just because
Yeah.
show business was just
It was
so...
just absolutely fucking.
I suppose that
relentless,
Amy
man.
Winehouse documentary is like very similar, where it's like
Yeah.
mad talented, becomes famous, drugs, and then dies. And it's like...
Yeah.
That's sad, man. The whole Amy Winehouse thing.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that gave me a
That's
whole
just-
new like perspective. I knew she was talented, and I had songs of hers that I liked, but then listening to that, I went back and listened to like her whole catalogue. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
shit bangs.
Yeah, and she's like, well, I mean, she's gone down as like one of the best fucking jazz singers of like all time.
Yeah. I'll
And
vouch
she
for that, man. Like,
wasn't even, hey?
I'll vouch for that. Like, she,
Yeah.
the voice on it is
It's
ridiculous.
fucking incredible,
Phenomenal,
hey?
man.
Incredible. Do you have a lighter? Yeah, man, she's fucking crazy. But I guess it is just what sort of comes with fame. Like, everyone wants it, but no one knows how they're going to deal with it when they actually get it.
Yeah, exactly.
And for someone like her, who, you know, clearly had that kind of, like, before she was famous, she was dabbling in fucking drugs and shit anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then when you put
You get
more
the money, the
in-
connections,
yeah.
like, yeah.
money, connections, stress, and then
And ultimately,
Being in-
isolation. Like, as famous as you are, you're always going to be sitting in a fucking big house by yourself.
Yeah.
Everyone fucks off.
Yeah.
Like,
And not only that, but you're restricted by what you can do
Yeah, you
because
know?
of your fame
Yeah.
and shit.
the manager will be like, all right, well, you're not going out today. You can't go shopping.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking, I don't know, you got a release coming soon. No one needs to see you.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
do your own thing at home. It's like, all right, well, I only get a shitload of H and fucking party by myself.
yeah, no shit.
And you do get, like, there's a shitload of big bands and stuff. I don't know why, but Nickelback just came to my head. Because I thought Metallica, James Hetfield's just gone back into rehab and, like,
Fucking pipple crack.
you've got people like that who probably, you know, like you were saying, was already sort of into the drugs before they got the money. But then you got, like, bands like fucking Nickelback, for some reason, came to my mind just because they seem like they wouldn't even drink alcohol. Like,
Yeah.
they wouldn't walk in your house with their shoes on.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't
They
know
would
you,
bring
they
a six-pack of kombucha.
Yeah.
They'd
Hello,
rock
friends.
up to a barbecue with, like, steamed broccoli or some shit.
Yeah, but he's an animal.
Yeah. Well, he says he is. In
Um,
a catchy fashion.
Yeah.
Can't say an animal, he looks like
The-
a Paddy Pop lion, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think... I just don't think anyone's ever really prepared for that shit. But then you do see people get out of it, like Justin Bieber,
Yeah.
prime example. Yeah, he sort of went off the rails, but he probably could have gone way more off the rails than what he did.
Yeah.
You know, a little fucking fist fight or a little push here and there in front of the cameras is fuck all compared to
Yeah.
going and shooting up every fucking night, you know?
Yeah, no shit.
Fucking on the music note then. I don't know if 5 is a good number, but who are like the 5 Aussie MCs you're listening to at the moment?
At
If
the
you had to
moment?
put- again, like 5's a short number because there's probably
Yeah,
a
it's-
shitload.
Probably Solo from Horror Show, or just Horror Show in general,
Yeah.
is probably fucking up there, 1 and 2. I'm still bumping Funkles purely for Trials. He's probably...
Trials is...
He's
Yeah.
my inspiration on most days. Like,
Fuck yeah.
his beats are ridiculous, and his flow, his cadence,
He's
is-
just got it down.
it's
Like,
just ridiculous, man. Like, it's unreal.
Yeah.
I still bump Dielectrics to this day.
Bro, that's just sorry to cut you off, but that's one dude I always enjoyed when I did hear him, but never truly got into him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might have to fucking check him out anyway.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nah, he's like, there's so much diversity in his music, man, and it fucking shows. Like, you listen front to back, and like the topics that get brought up, the way he delivers what he wants to say and how he says it, and just flexing in general. He's fucking,
Yeah.
he's a don. So that's that's 3.
pressure's on. You don't want to upset anyone.
I know. It's hard to fucking cram so many people into 5.
Do you listen to like international artists as well?
A little bit, yeah. Like, I have been addicted to Mr. Key
Oh,
since he did that album with Greenwood.
Yeah,
Um,
That's insane.
Like, that's been on repeat since fucking day one.
Kid's Story.
Oh,
That song
mate.
is...
And the beats as well, man. Like, they fucking shiver your spine. Like, every song I feel like I'm on a fucking acid trip.
Yeah.
And it's fucking
Is
unreal.
Is it Missing? Is that a track on there? Or Missing You or something?
Yeah, Missing You.
Yeah,
I think, yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my fucking standouts. from
Always
that
Missing
album.
You.
Yeah.
Ripping off your knickers in the living room.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Smoking opiates and sniffing glue.
I remember, like when we first came, you were probably going to say the
Contact
same
Play?
thing. Yeah, when we first came across High Focus and like found Contact Play and shit. Mr.
Juicing
Key
and all that shit.
Yeah, Mr. Key was the one dude who you knew had the potential to be like one of the best in the group, but just didn't have any material out there. And he had that one song that I used to play fucking heaps. Oh fuck, what is it? It's I want to say Monster. I feel like that's in the title. Do you want to go on YouTube real quick?
You're not thinking like Fingers in Your Nose or something, are you?
Nah.
So put your
Oh,
fingers
maybe-
in your nose if you love hip hop. If you don't rate that, you can suck this cock.
No, I
I'll
don't
be
think it
picking
is
from
that.
my bogies and crusty snot. Disgusting.
Oh wait,
Fucking-
maybe
It's HFTV. Is it HFTV
Yeah, exclusive bars.
bars?
it's
That's
Big L, I think it is, eh?
Diamond D, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah. Go on, search Mr. Key Monster. Yeah, that. Space Raiders, yeah, put that on. I don't know where the fucking remote is.
Oh, back to that fucking thing. Draft and Dundee. Like,
Wait.
Draft's been a day one.
Yeah, just
and,
pause that
and
for a sec.
the shit that Dundee's been putting out lately has been fucking
It's crazy.
next
Yeah,
level.
I was gonna say
Right.
Icarus, his latest release.
I was listening to that again today, man, for like the fucking 1000th time. And it still blows me away. And like the vocal range on that cunt as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
What was that song he did? It was before Icarus, and you... I
Shadows
remember
from
you
Sean.
Yeah.
playing it. Yeah, I think that was the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That song, like, probably one of the best Aussie hip hop releases of the year.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm down
And
with that.
before that, like, I didn't...
I always
Again,
just
it's
thought
my
it was a
own
battler.
negligence, but I didn't like listen to
No, fuck,
any
I
of
was-
Dundee's shit.
Like, I was
before
listening to his tracks, like before, not before he was fucking battling, but like fucking, I don't know, 8 years ago.
that. Shit.
And just little things he was putting out, man. And like, I hit him up for a track for the mixtape, my very first mixtape that I did. And, he wrote a verse. It was to fucking, Ain't No Sunshine. I found a fucking hip hop remix to it. And he wrote this fucking sick verse. And he was like, yeah, bro, just like fucking sort out the studio time and shit, we'll get it done. And I'm like, fuck, I'm broke as fuck.
Yeah.
I've just asked this cunt to do a song with me and I can't pay for it. Like, I'm such
Yeah.
a fuckhead. Such a fuckhead. So it never happened.
Yeah.
But, like,
I reckon hit him up, bro. Send him some of your shit and hit him up.
Yeah.
He'd be keen.
oh,
like-
100%. I can pay for it now.
Yeah, yeah. And that's that'd be dope. I like to hear it.
Yeah, fucking
You
oath,
did,
man.
he did similar thing with Leaf Dog, like hit him up for beats.
Yeah?
Yeah, I fucked up. Got like it was all good. He sent me some beats and shit. This was like fucking 5 years ago or something. And it's like, yeah, here's 5 beats. Pick from. They're all nice as fuck. And we were gonna, have a Leaf Dog track on the Cots EP that still hasn't come out 5 years later. But
2037.
it was like $200 a beat or whatever. And I was like, man, it's Leaf Dog. The beats were dope, no doubt. Said the beat I wanted. I sent him $200. Got a message a couple days later. He's like, bro, it's, £200 though. It's like $400 a beat or something. So I was like, man, I'm gonna have to get you back with the other couple hundred. And then just didn't have the money.
Yeah.
And then like a year later, I just fucking had a bit of money. I was like, I messaged him again. I was like, dude, is there any way we can still work this out and that? And he was like, yeah, man, no doubt. And for whatever reason, just never chased it up. And then even like 6 months ago, he's like, cunt, why don't you just hit him up again? He's still got your $200.
Yeah.
And it's like, I suppose I could and say like, man, if you go back through your payments, like I did give you money.
I did give you money, yeah.
I'll give you the other 200 now,
Do you
I swear.
reckon-
Yeah.
But
Do you reckon he'd keep it as $400 though? Because do you know More
well, at
One?
this point,
More One.
No.
He's signed to In the Balance, like Verb T's. Do you know Verb T?
Yeah.
He's signed to Verb T's label. And we came across him. Josh showed us some of his shit years ago. And then I think this might have even been before he was signed or anything. Josh just came across him. And then he got signed to fucking Verb T, and we started hearing a lot of his shit and listened to him quite a bit. Anyway, I got him on Facebook, and I fucking hit him up, and we're talking about beats and all this sort of stuff, and I sent him a couple of my beats, and he's like, yeah, man, I'm keen, blah, blah, blah. And I mentioned how he'd like hit up Illdok about beats. And he's like, oh yeah, I was lucky enough that Illdok sort of gave me beats free of charge because of like his connections and because he's in the Verb T's label and all that sort of stuff. But at the time he was like, but I was fucking real lucky because now he's charging like £1,000 to £2,000 for a beat.
Fuck.
Yeah, fucking
I can't blame him
ridiculous
either.
money, man.
Leaf's probably
stupid money.
Yeah.
in my top 5. Okay, there's another one for you. Who are you like? What producers are you?
Oh fuck.
Do you get your inspiration from?
Trials, definitely one. Daz, for sure. Shake is up there as well. Like
Yeah, no doubt.
to keep it Aussie. I don't really know that many international artists that do make beats. As cliche as it is, Dre, he's fucking everything is just solid fucking production.
Do you fuck with like Primo, like DJ Premier?
Yeah.
You heard any of that new gangster shit that's coming out, or?
That fucking I heard the new joint from Gangstar.
There's one with J. Cole, and then they dropped another one yesterday, and they're both so good, bro. They just sounds exactly like an old gangster.
Yeah.
Which, a lot of people might be like, oh, you want to hear him change or that. I don't. Like, that's just what I want to hear. It's just gangster.
Yeah.
I'd hate it if they tried to do a new album and tried to keep with the times.
Keep with the time. Keep it. Nah, fuck
but
that.
he's managed to. Well, I've only heard the 2 songs, but
Yeah.
he's managed to fucking do it. Like,
Are we doing piss breaks on the Smokers Lounge?
Yeah, man. If you want.
Yeah.
I'll fucking I can pause it.
For this, you need a journalist, scientist.
Got a crew with the beats and the smarts in. So turn up the bass and lay low. Turn up the bass and lay low on the treble.
Alright, we're back. Do you wanna we'll quickly play that song. Just skip into it and I'll play it just so you can remember. Or do you remember the song?
No,
Right,
I remember
just
the video,
play it.
but
Have you heard this?
Not that I know of.
Bro.
yeah. This just reminds me of your donger.
Fucking love his voice, man.
Yeah.
It's sort of like that whole fucking Ronnie Bosch thing. Like, Ronnie Bosch is dope. Only dropped 1 album.
Yeah, you can pause it, Robin. But yeah, bro. Go give that a bang through some speakers.
I fucking will, man.
It's nuts,
Yeah.
man. It's nuts. And the video just... I love all of the high focus videos. Like, I'm not too sure if it's the same dude, that Above Ground guy who does a lot of them, but whoever does all of their, like, cartoon video clips... Like you can see, there's like the Dead Players
like
ones
the
and shit.
BVA.
yeah, they're all fucking
crazy
dope.
trips or whatever.
Just back on like we'll quickly go back to the fucking famous people and drugs. I saw this thing. Snoop Dogg. You might have to look it up, Robin, to verify it. But Snoop Dogg apparently claims that he smokes like fucking 81 or some shit joints a day.
I'm not going to argue with
Might
him.
not be a day. I could get that wrong, but it was definitely 81 or along those lines. But
That's fucking nuts. That's
81 joints a day is, for starters, too much.
That is.
Like,
I don't even smoke that many ciggies a day,
Yeah,
man. And
Bro,
like,
I don't take that
someone-
many breaths a day. Like, I don't take 81 breaths.
at some point, oh, there you go, 80
Like-
blunts a day. Apparently, like,
you're
at
smoking
some
only-
point, that's too many.
well,
Like,
like
you're just not getting high anymore.
you'd get through 10 of them and you'd be like, yeah, all right, cool, I'm here.
Yeah.
This is where I need to be. Like the other 70 are just
Yeah.
fucking excessive.
But he has a dude, so he's smoking 80 blunts a day. But because he's Snoop Dogg, he doesn't want to roll 80 blunts a day.
Yeah.
So he has a personalised roller who gets paid 50 grand, I assume a year, to roll.
I saw that and I thought, well, like,
Snoop Dogg.
it sounds good, like 50 grand, but like if that's a year,
It's
Well,
not,
I mean,
that's
that's an
not
ordinary sort
that's
of
like a-
Perth wage if
Yeah.
you're working in like a warehouse or something like
Yeah.
that. But if someone's paying me 50 grand to roll
I was
joints
going
and
to
hang out with Snoop Dogg,
Yeah, I was going to
I'm
say.
doing it.
Like,
well, that's
if
the
you're
thing.
not-
Like, do you reckon he'd like actually get to hang out with him? He's like, no. You roll my joints? No, you can go.
yeah.
Like, there's no clarification. Like, you know, I read shit and that where it was like people, like a doobie ashtray. There was a whole song about it. The reason that's a thing is because people like put their doobies out and then either come back to them later, or all the bud that's at like the end of the joint has absorbed like a lot of THC and shit. So people take it out and put it in their cones or whatever.
Yeah.
But is he, like, does he just go, hey, I want a joint, have 2 puffs, and then go, fuck, we're going into IGA to grab some fucking
Going into
cold
IGA.
jelly meats or something, chucks it on the ground? Because I can't imagine he's going, oh, fuck, I've got to get this done here, or I'll save that for later and come back to it. He's going, boss dog, and just flicking it out the window.
We're going to get some Krispy Kreme, mate.
Fucking, I saw it, but then again, like if you get, like you said, if you're getting paid 50 grand just to roll blunts, like that's piss easy for starters.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure.
I've tried once to roll a blunt,
I was
though,
going to say,
and
rolling
it
a blunt is definitely a skill.
Yeah, but like this is for Snoop Dogg as well. Like,
true.
he probably wants some crazy ass shit. Like,
yeah.
Straight green.
yo, roll me a train.
Yeah. I was going to say though, because Post Malone pays a dude to funnel, like to make beer funnels for him. I don't think it's like all the time, but like whenever he's on tour or whatever and he's like doing shit, he has a dude who just basically has a funnel for him.
Yeah.
And he pays him. He's like one of his mates, but
Funnel
he just
boy.
like pays him to fucking hold the funnel and shit for him.
I mean,
Who's doing funnels that often though? Like, just drink your fucking beer.
but mate, I feel like a lot of it's just a flex.
Yeah.
It's like-
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, imagine being that dude on tour. So like, you're on the fucking bus and a plane for like 2-3 months at a time, international fucking shit, and you're just sitting there in the corner with your funnel, waiting for your moment to shine.
It's all mouldy.
Like, Posty,
Yeah.
Posty, can we do the funnel now?
Yeah.
Nah. Next week.
We do the funnel
If you-
when I
Oh,
say we
mouldy.
do the funnel.
Hey,
If you could pay, like, you know, you're famous, you got a shitload of money. If you could have like one person to do something for you, what would you get? Like, what would you do?
my own brewer.
That's a fucking
Make like
solid
the best
idea.
beer possible.
That's a solid idea.
Yeah, because like, I can't be fucked. Like getting the vats and like getting the ingredients, making it fucking perfect. Just get the best brewer in the world
Yeah.
to make me the craziest fucking beers.
Shit, that's a
fucking
good
solid,
one.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
solid idea. I was thinking more along the lines of like a chef.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
Well,
just
that too. Yeah.
every time I eat, and the amount of times I'll just eat like the most ordinary food, and just to have someone there to come in and just put a bit of
The chef and masseuse,
Yeah, no.
I've always
Johnson and
said
Johnson on it.
that, yeah.
your steak is prepared.
I've always thought of like a masseuse. Like if I was rich enough to have like, I mean, obviously I'd have a chef and shit,
would
but
be
if I
hell
could
good.
pay a personal masseuse, so whenever the fuck I'm just lounging, doing fuck all, chilling out, I've got someone just give me fucking.
I mean, let's be real.
Back
A masseuse
rub.
slash a whore. You could kill 2 birds
yeah,
with one
true.
stone.
Just an escort, basically.
Yeah.
Just don't get pissed with a stein and kill him.
Yeah. What's that? What have you got here? Or is that a...
Oh, that's Snoop Dogg still.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it? Fucking... I've got... Oh, there was a video that I saw that I sent you. Oh, no, it's on the Instagram. You might have to load up Instagram. But yeah, this fucking dude skating on like one of those longboard things. Joe Rogan posted it on Instagram. Do you follow Joe Rogan? Do you? Oh, you
Should.
barely use Instagram.
Yeah, I did see.
He's all right,
post
but I
about
mean, a lot
elk
of his
meat
shit's
the
just
other
his
day.
podcast stuff and his dog. Nah, it's the next one. That one's pretty cool. Go on the mountain bike one first, though.
I think I have seen that skateboard one.
Oh, there's that dog. Oh, it's the
Look
smoker's
at
name,
this
that's
shit.
why.
Look at this
I was
shit.
gonna say, did you share this, or is this Joe Rogan's?
How cool is that?
Oh,
I just
bruh.
saw that and I was
Bruh.
like, that's pretty cool.
I could do that.
I definitely couldn't.
I couldn't.
On a tech deck, maybe.
I couldn't even fucking ride a bike in the state I'm in right now.
I couldn't
right,
do
go on,
that
yeah, go on
with
this skating
my
thing.
feet.
I don't know, something about this just blew my mind. It's a bit fucking corny, but it's sort of cool at the same time.
Fuck, you need to overdub that music, man, with something gangster.
Yeah, no shit, eh?
Yeah, that's nuts, man.
Like, it's so cringy, but watch this shit when he starts fucking getting into it. I just don't understand how you can ride a skateboard and do that, for starters.
Especially a
Obviously,
longboard, like they're really fucking hard to ride.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
I can't ride a skateboard.
Yeah, that's
In
it's the
general,
same.
man.
Yeah, that's exactly the same with me. This cunt's dancing and then doing this shit.
Like, where's the handles?
Look at this.
Like, he's
The
just
cunt
using
fucking-
his feet to do all this shit.
This cunt does this flick thing in a minute like before, but like that's a pop shove it, 360 shove it on a longboard.
Surely he's
Oh,
never
that's
done
just
anything
ridiculous.
else in his life. Because
This-
how could you be
Did
that
he use
good?
his hand to fucking
Yeah,
flick that back down?
yeah. They're like little fucking finger flips or whatever.
This
you call
can't
them.
go fuck himself.
I'm
He's
trying
too
to
happy.
I'm trying to. Yeah, fucking crazy shit. I don't know. I saw that and I was like, yeah, that's definitely worth fucking looking at.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I've got. Do you know who Piers Morgan is? This is like,
TV host?
yeah. I mean, we'll watch this, and this is a very fucking like debatable. It's a discussion that will definitely get a lot of people talking, and I don't know when it came out, but I only came across it today, and I feel like it'll be one of those things. If it is recent, it's going to be fucking plastered left, right, and centre because it's touch subject. But go on to Facebook. Go down on that chat. I think I sent it to you.
There it is.
It's right there.
Yeah. Watch this. Or go click on it. So it's
Here we
about
go.
it's about trans.
It's about transgenders.
Yeah, exactly. It's about transgender. But I think what he's saying is pretty, like, it's on point. Usually he says a lot of shit that's like kind of going against the norm, and he cops a lot of shit for it. But I heard this and I was like, I get where he's coming from.
The actual realities, the practical realities. I think you can be complete, as I have consistently been, of transgender rights. But you've got to discuss things like gender seriously. They have real repercussions. You know, Sam Smith last week, huge deal of saying I'm now non-binary, gender neutral. Okay, so which category award are you going to be in?
So this is pretty old because Sam Smith, that was a few weeks ago now. But what he's saying,
If enough people do what he's doing, do we then have to abandon gender awards? Will there not be best male and best female artists? And then who wins and loses?
It's true.
Yeah.
The Oscars become gender neutral. Actually, what happens? I think actresses and female singers are disadvantaged in that environment. Exactly at the moment when you have transgender male biological people who've transgendered to be female, when they are now competing against women in sport, it is grotesquely unfair. We all know.
Yeah, well, that's...
yeah, so
100%.
you can pause it. But yeah, so like here, just quickly, I'll like from here on, he goes on to say that you've had all these transgender males going to female sports and completely annihilate all of these female records. So now the women, you know, who are women or whatever, can't compete with the fucking records that they were originally trying to break or, you know, fucking set, because now people came in who are biologically more advanced, or not advanced, but just their makeup is better suited, and they've just
Yeah.
fucking smashed all the shit. But I think the bit that got me was the whole non-gender awards thing for music and Oscars and all that sort of stuff,
Yeah.
because it's exactly right. Like, if Sam Smith, who now wants to be called they or them and not a male or a female,
Yeah.
then what, are you going to
Yeah.
be nominated for both best male album, best female album, and like and
Best
then you've got-
non-binary fucking.
Yeah, and then you've got
But
Beyonce,
then
who's
you
trying
do
to
that and go best non-gendered artist, and it's like, oh, why are we being trivialized? Why do we
Yeah,
have our own
yeah.
one when we're just like yous? And it's like, well, then
Well,
which one
you
do you
fucking-
go in?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think like the awards point didn't really mean as much in the big scale to me. My thought's always been like when he said that sport thing, again, do what you feel. I don't care. It doesn't affect me what anyone
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
But my whole thing's like the sport one, and they had that dude who went into the women's AFL and that. Like,
Big dude.
dude was bigger than all of us, shredded too, and like 6'5" or something. Now, what happens if someone does that and goes plays female rugby and then paralyzes some bird or something?
yeah.
It'll be
Because
fucking uproar,
males do have a biological advantage when it comes to
They're
putting on
genetically
muscle.
more
Yeah.
fucking.
And and that's not saying women, like, that's not saying men are better than women. There's heaps of
No.
other shit out there.
Yeah.
We're just genetically fucking different. That's the
Yeah, it's it gets
that's
me.
number one. Like, send fucking Floyd Mayweather is now a woman.
yeah, no shit.
His name is now Sharon.
Yeah.
Get in a ring with fucking Tonya.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I know. And
that's
like,
not going to end well, man.
Yeah, and even with like say basketball, LeBron all of a sudden goes, "Oh, I'm non-binary. I want to play WNBL."
Well,
Yeah.
WNBA, and then just goes and just dunks on every.
There's a
cunt.
nutsack slapping across 6 fucking foreheads. Goose!
When it's like, what happens?
When he's got his Johnson and Johnson at the start, just
It's like, what happens? I mean, it's illegal regardless to hit someone, but then what happens? What are you going to say as a person who goes, men shouldn't hit women? But if a woman hits a woman and she's deserving, you know, it's the same as if a man hits a man, it's deserving. If that's what you want to do. But then what happens when a transgender male who's twice the size of a woman hits a woman and knocks her clean the fuck out and breaks her jaw? Are you going to sit there and go,
Oh, no, but
"No,
she
well,
identifies as a
they're
woman
the
now."
same gender, so that's fine."
Yeah.
It's simply not.
It's not at all, man. Like, and that's the most fucking, like, the most fucked up thing about it.
Well, and why, like, if you are, and again, you know, do what you want, but if you're a transgender, I thought you'd be pushing for there to be your own field of identification in regards to have transgender sports, have transgender awards. They get their own thing, but then the only reason that's not happened is because they feel it's like, well, we shouldn't
Singling
be
them out,
discriminated
yeah.
against. We're the
Yeah.
same as all yous. And it's like, yeah, but if this is, you know, we're catering to you still.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be ongoing? Like, do you think it's only going to sort of get bigger, or do you think it's going to?
I think it
die?
might get worse.
I think common sense will
What
always
about-
prevail, I hope.
What about veganism?
We've gotten this far.
I love bringing this up.
Are you,
What
pardon?
about veganism?
Well, they'll all be dead in 20 years because they haven't got
Did
the
you have the lineup?
required nutrition.
I don't know what the fuck I did with it.
Oh, it's behind you. Beers. Coverage stuff.
Yeah, I think all of these things, like, I don't know. Part of me feels like it's all gonna just go away, but then I guess reality is it's not going anywhere.
I mean,
No.
it's the same thing where there's been fucking bigots and racists for there's been bigots and racists for hundreds, if not thousands, of years, and they're fucking idiots, but they're still around. Cheers, bro. So, you know, a lot of these big talking points that aren't real important issues that get brought up, you know, or maybe they are important issues that get brought up, but, you know, people who go to the extremes who are just fucking idiots. Well, there's always
Yeah.
fucking idiots.
Yeah.
There is a lot of fucking idiots, that's for sure.
Yeah, man, fucking idiots.
What else? I think that's pretty much all of the main notes I've got. We'll go back to you. Eh? No, oh, that was the sample thing, but we've already talked about it, and it's like a 10-minute video. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's everything. Unless you've got anything, or you want to fucking look up some shit. But, beer.
Yeah.
So we've spoke a lot about beer. You've said that if you had the money, you would get your own brewer. I noticed that you do seem to sort of like experiment a lot in different kinds of beer.
Yeah.
Is that like a little side hobby or something you're sort of
Kind
passionate
of.
about?
Like, I'm working at Celebrations in Willagee.
Oh, well, there
And
you go.
my boss has put me in charge of the boutiques and shit. Like,
Yeah.
anyone that knew me fucking couple years ago knew that I only touched lager. Like, it was
Yeah.
just fucking...
That's me.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
drink Swannies or whatever this is. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
beer, but
Yeah.
I've never experimented.
No.
I probably
I
should.
never
but
thought that would be me at all. Like, ever. I was like, fucking, this is crisp, it's good, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Fuck your fruit, fuck
Yeah.
everything go fuck itself. But, like, I don't know, ever since I started drinking them, like this is the first time I've actually had a lager in a solid fucking 5-6 months.
shit.
Yeah, like, they turned me off. Like, but the weather today was like 35 degrees.
Yeah.
I was like, this is Swanee draft. This
Yeah.
is fucking Swanee D weather. But no, like, it's good tasting different beers and the craziness, the different levels of what people can actually do with it. And not just for me, but for the people as well, being able to try it and get it in and be like, this is good beer, you can try this.
Yeah.
And for
That's
people,
cool. So you have like a bit of your input is like, so you can suggest to them shit to get in, or you get to like trial shit, or
yeah, bit of both, man.
that's
yeah.
cool.
Like reps will come in and I'll be like, well, I'm not buying it until I try it. So
Yeah.
they'll bring in a can of whatever they're trying to sell, and if it's good, I'll get some. If it's not, then
I'll do.
push back.
There's your lighter as well.
Cheers, bro.
Was it like, because I can't really tell. I drink a shitload of just random stuff, and I never sort of go like, I don't know. Not many beers to me taste different, but then again, I'm not kind of drinking more than one type of beer at
Yeah.
one time, so I can't really tell. But was it something like? Can you pick up the different taste straight away, or is it something you kind of acquired over time?
Yeah. Well, yes and no. There's little things that you will definitely pick up and be like, that's incredibly different.
Yeah.
But there's other things that are really subtle, and you really have to pay attention to what you're drinking and how it actually fucking... I sound like a fucking hipster, how it like rolls in your mouth and shit.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, man. Like that's the thing a lot of people pick up on that are beer enthusiasts. Like little hints of grapefruit and fucking little citrus
Yeah.
twirls, and like whether it's too piney, too resinous, too malty. These are all like little things that beer enthusiasts love.
Yeah.
And like,
Don't know
Like-
what any of it means.
no.
I know when my bong's too resonant, but that's about it.
I was going to say, there's probably the closest I can get to that is, because I work at like a milk joint. So
Whether the milk has turned to cheese or not.
like browns. Oh, fuck off. I'm not even getting into this cheese.
Wait,
loaf.
so you don't fuck with cheese?
I love cheese.
Oh.
Okay.
So was your response to me saying that I'm right, or was it to say that he's right?
Wait, what are we talking about?
On Facebook, you fucking shared that thing and it was like,
About
It's a loaf of milk
cheese
or
is
whatever
just
the
a
fuck.
loaf of milk. And
Yeah.
I wrote on it big facts because
he hates
Oh,
cheese.
you hate
man.
cheese?
it's like I said to him.
I didn't say it was a
I
bad
like my
thing.
milk before its due date.
He fucking hates cheese.
I fucking love cheese more than I love milk.
And that's
Yeah.
why
That's
I commented
fucking-
on it saying, man up, to this cunt saying, just deal with it and eat cheese. And then you were like, it's facts, bro. And I'm like, fuck, not surely this cunt doesn't.
I mean,
fucking-
it is a
I was
fact.
sticking up for you guys.
Oh, right, yeah, okay. Yeah,
Well,
I just
you
don't
can
understand.
both go fuck yourselves.
I just don't understand it, man. You got
Fuck, bro.
something
Have
wrong.
you ever had fried halloumi?
Nah, like I go as far as I can tolerate cheese on like a Domino's pizza or something, or if I buy a
Oh,
Macca's
yeah.
burger. But
See, this
I
makes
don't.
no sense to me
You're
because
fucked.
a Macca's burger, yeah, fair enough, you can't really taste it. But a pizza is not a pizza without cheese.
Yeah, but you eat.
And if
Literally.
anything, it's the cheesiest of things that you could
If you get like
eat.
an authentic pizza, man, it's literally just fucking dough, sauce, and a shitload of cheese. Maybe some fucking mushrooms on there with some spinach.
And some asbestos.
Well, maybe in my older years, it's more of like a.
You're gonna turn into.
I know
fucking
what I can
Wallace and Gromit.
tolerate, and like I see all these people who rave about cheese, and it's like, have you tried the cheese with mold in it? Have you tried the cheese that's been sitting in the cupboard for 6 months?
That's over the top.
That's like.
If you like moldy cheese, then like,
Nah, I've never. That's one thing I've had blue cheese sauce, but I've never had blue cheese
Yeah.
like by
like
itself.
for wings, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
fucking
can't.
oath Buffalo Wings, boy, blue cheese. Shout out to Royals.
Hey.
Yeah, fucking what we were talking about. What got us? Oh yeah, so I work at fucking milk joint.
Yeah.
So coffee, we get in like I forgot what it's called. It's like some random fucking brand of like iced coffee, but they've got like 4 different types, and I was like reading the labels to figure out like the difference, and one of them's like a hint of nut with a little bit of orange zest or some shit, and I drink it and it's like
Tastes like
tastes
milk.
normal. Then I had to get the other one. It would be like a hint of salted caramel and almonds. Tastes exactly the fucking same. And I've even got to the point where I've been that bored at work. I've had like the smallest sip and like, you know, washed it around my mouth and just tried to like
Envision
find
the
this
fucking-
shit, and I just can't.
I
It's
suppose
just
you
not
have
there.
to like you got to train yourself, I suppose. To be
Yeah.
It's
able
like
to,
wine connoisseurs and shit. They all fucking. Like, to me, wine just tastes like wine. I'll drink Goon, and then you could give me a fucking $50 bottle of some shit, and it tastes exactly the same to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, it's like being able to tell. Like I can tell what bad beer is when I drink it,
Yeah.
but I can't tell what a really. I mean, I can because I enjoy it, but you know, there's a lot of beers that I enjoy,
Yeah.
and I couldn't tell you the difference between any of them. So
Do yourself a favour, man. If you haven't tried it already, hit up Biggie Juice from Feral.
yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
I literally knew you were going to say that. I've had, like, maybe 2 or 3 people that have all said that shit's hell good.
It's so good, and it's a perfect introduction because it's not overly bitter, man. It's not fucking disgusting.
tolerable.
It's not dry. Like it's basically like a juicy, like literally like if you were to get the best fucking breakfast juice in the world, but a beer
Shit.
at 6%
You've-
as
I think
well.
you've
Like
sold it just with that, to be
Yeah.
Yeah,
honest.
I feel like the game has changed.
and it did get voted the best boutique beer
Oh,
quite
really?
recently. Yeah. A
Fucking
lot of
nice.
people are like, fuck the hype, like it's not great, it's not that great, but they still drink it.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah.
At the shop, man, like I'm fucking ordering a ridiculous amount and they just keep selling out and selling out and selling out. And it
Fuck
like,
yeah.
whenever I'm looking for beer, I always end up coming back to the Biggie Juice. Like it's a safe ground.
Yeah. Shit.
And it's a good introduction to boutiques as well.
I think
Fucking
what
hell.
fucked it for me was like working somewhere ages ago, and we did a job for a dude from Ferrell's, and he gave us like a couple of random 6-packs, and like 2 of them, I don't know what they were, I can't remember for the life of me, but it's like, yeah, it's sort of average beer sort of thing. And then one of them, it was like a smoked bacon beer or smoked ham or something.
Yeah, it's a smoked porter.
But I remember just
It's yeah.
thinking that doesn't, like trying it and just thinking
Yeah.
that doesn't need to be a thing.
Yeah.
Like
It's that kind of beer is for the people that are really looking for something
connoisseurs,
crazy. Like the people that eat blue cheese, like that's the
Yeah.
fucking kind
Yeah.
of people, man.
live
Yeah.
life
Like
on the edge.
I've just ordered a couple cartons of maple bacon ice cream pancake ale from Dayton,
What the
which is
fuck?
fucking nuts. Like
As in,
There
good
really
or
is.
just like out there random
it could be
taste?
good, but like Dayton are really good for like doing crazy shit with their beers. Like we actually recently got in an Imperial Pumpkin Ale and a Mocha Choco, which is a New England Black Rye IPA. So it's like
You say choco mocha?
Choco Mocha, yeah.
Because, like, mockers are my shit. So, I might be able to get around that.
Hey,
I don't
Yeah,
know.
mate.
this is a
Fuck.
boutique fucking.
Chocolate, coffee, and beer, though. Like,
Oh, next podcast
for
we should
starters,
just buy
you're-
a couple
for
of
starters,
random
you're
different beers.
asking
And
for the shits. Like, imagine getting fucked up on some beer.
Yeah, but I can't drink a craft beer if I'm going to get drunk.
Yeah.
Like, I would have a couple and then I'd just go to something like
Well,
this.
that's the thing. Like, you don't drink them to get pissed. Like, you just drink
Yeah.
them because you like the taste, and it winds you down a little bit.
I've found myself, if I do ever go to like breweries or whatever, I always just go for their IPA. Like if they've got an in-house IPA.
Yeah. IPAs, you can't go wrong, man.
And I love fucking Cooper's. I think Cooper's Green's an IPA, or maybe it's just
that's
pale
just
ale.
a straight pale ale.
Yeah,
Yeah. The closest would probably be either the sparkling or the XPA that they just released.
Yeah.
But the XPA is just the extra pale ale.
Yeah, I worked
Which
at a
is
bar in when I was in the UK. I worked at a pub, and they had like a on-site brewery. So they did I think they did maybe 3 or 4 different beers, but a lot of their shit was just like fucking, just like dark ales, golden ales or whatever, stout and shit like that, and it was like warm. Like you'd never get it cold. It would always just be like room temperature. Like black as well, like Guinness, but on a whole other level. I can't even drink Guinness, and Guinness is like a worldwide fucking.
I had Guinness
eh?
at the Guinness factory, and it was like.
Well, apparently that's the best Guinness you can get.
It was the most tolerable Guinness I've ever had.
The most tolerable.
But again,
Probably
I
'cause
didn't
you were
drink
there
it
as well.
Yeah, I didn't drink it and be like, oh, this is my new shit, because I had one when I came back and got to Perth, and it was like.
Yeah.
Nah, the Guinness
It's like
over
my
here,
dad.
Yeah.
it is just different, but Guinness in general, it's like...
My dad, like, pretty much not only
Drinking
drinks
a
Guinness,
meal.
but he'll go and fucking buy a 4-pack of Guinness cans
Yeah.
and just pour
They
out.
got like the rattly
pints and
ball
shit.
in there or whatever, and it's like, hey, if you got to put a ball in the can...
Yeah. Fucking... What else have we got? Oh... Yeah, so I've got little notes. But we kind of touched base on... Did we touch base on influences and shit like that? I don't think we did. It was kind of
we
like
can
who you
talk-
listen to.
kind
And,
like,
Kind of.
well,
Yeah.
we'll skip the influences, but like, how did you like start? Like, do you have like a specific kind of memory in particular that you're like, yeah, that's where
I
sort
do.
of decided?
Like, so I grew up around music pretty much my whole life. Like my brother, awesome musician. He was playing guitar and singing ever since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
I looked up to him like he was a fucking god, and it really made me want to pick up the guitar. I was living in Jurien at the time, and I bought a guitar off my best friend in Jurien for $5. It had 1 string, and I thought it was the best thing in the fucking world. And I went home, and I was just going like dung 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 for like fucking months and months and months. And I started realizing what sounded good and what didn't from like the different sections and shit. And I was like, this is cool. And then I'd get another string and another string and another string. And then I had a full guitar. And I kept asking my brother to actually teach me how to play proper guitar.
Yeah.
And like, he doesn't know like proper script music.
Yeah.
So he couldn't he could only teach me what he knew, which was the chords and what sounded good to him. And so I picked a little bit off him and kind of made my way with it. And then fast forward a couple of years and I got one of the old fucking iPod Touches.
Yeah.
And it had GarageBand on it.
oh shit.
Yeah, and I thought this is the bee's
shit.
knees, man. This is game changer. I'm Dr. Dre now, motherfuckers. And like I'd plug my headphones in and I'd play guitar, record it, drums, fucking keyboard, everything on GarageBand. I thought it was the best thing in the world. I was making beats every day. I was writing songs. Like I wasn't rapping back then. Like I was just like writing lyrics to make songs and shit. And then like I did listen to a lot of hip hop when I was younger. And then when I went to Warwick, my friends there like seriously involved me in the hip hop that they were listening to. My mate Darnell, he shout out Dars, mad cunt. He showed me Dance with the Devil from Immortal Technique for the first time in class.
A lot of people, that's sort
Yeah.
of a starting point, eh?
And like I was sitting there in art class. He's like, "Oi, bro, like listen to this." And he chucked the headphones in, and I was sitting there, and he's like, "Don't talk to me until you listen to the whole fucking song."
Yeah.
And like, I was just sitting there, and then I dropped everything, like literally everything off the table, just fuck, like
Shivers, eh?
what the fuck, man.
Yeah.
And like, I'd listened to a lot of hip hop before that point, and then that was just like, fuck me.
Yeah.
Like, I was there.
Yeah.
I was fucking
It's
there.
fucking ridiculous.
Sort of
that
the
song.
thing like that, like those sorts of songs that make you realise that hip hop can be on a whole nother level.
It can be like,
'Cause
yeah.
Up until that point, I feel like being in Australia and stuff as well, like early on through radio and stuff, you hear your 50 Cents and Eminem's. A lot of people grew up on Eminem and shit like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, me and my
There's
mate John,
just-
like, he fucking... We used to thrash Eminem, like, he was fucking God to us when we were younger. Like, fucking, like, 13-year-olds just going, like, literally, like, because his mum, like, his family was, like, Jehovah's Witness, and they didn't like the music that we were listening to.
Yeah.
And so we'd go and we'd sit in his mum's car, turn the car on and fucking put the CD in, and literally just sit there for like 2 hours listening to Eminem on repeat, and like fucking thinking we're gangsters. It was incredible.
Yeah.
But no, like back to the Warwick thing. Like after he showed me that song, like it really gave me an insight into like trying to write my own shit, like rap wise. And there was this guy at school, Matt Petroni. I love you, bro. Like he's it was a good cunt, but he was a shit cunt. And the first rap song I ever made was called Petroni, and it was a diss track against Petroni. He did nothing to me. And like everyone was like, "What the fuck, man? I didn't know you could rap. Like, you hurt this cunt. That's not cool." And I'm like, "I didn't know I could rap either, but like, fucking, it worked."
Sorry, Petroni. You found out the hard way.
Yeah. But like after that, I realized what I could actually do with it, and like I was going through a bit of shit at the time, and being able to use that as an outlet helped me so much. Like, as generic as it sounds, man, like just fucking self-expression, like being able to make your own fucking beats and songs, express yourself through music, and then rap about it, like say things to your fucking phone that you couldn't say to another person just to make you feel better.
Yeah.
And then I started putting the shit out, and people were like, "Oh, that's pretty cool, man." And then I linked up with a mate of mine, Joseph DeCock. He's actually in Sweden at the moment, doing a music diploma or something.
That's cool.
Absolute fucking magician with the music. And we did a demo tape. It's on the internet somewhere, and I hope you never find it.
We'll look for it as soon as this episode's finished.
And we did that, and we got approached to play Scorcherfest, which we thought was the fucking best. Like, oh fucking, we've only just
We
released
made
this.
it, sort
We
of thing.
literally like we fucking made it, and we paid all this money for these tickets, and we got people to come to the show, and we played the gig, and it kicked off from there. And then, literally at the same point in time, Wolverine had just started this like competition to get MCs to join this new crew that he was putting together.
Yeah.
And like I hadn't heard much of him, and like I researched a couple of his tracks on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, this cunt's actually pretty cool. Like he's not shit like fucking
Yeah.
these other cunts I'm listening to. I was like, alright, I'll give it a go. Did my verse, got accepted. There was fucking Skulker, Grant Cartledge as Anonymous back then. We had Donkey, and Cogs was in there. But that fell apart really fucking quickly, and Wolverine disappeared for a long time.
Yeah.
He keeps popping up every now and then.
Shit, was that like in any way correlated to Cogs and Wolverine in the future having?
Possibly, like what they had, like that's his and his thing.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't know, like apart from what I've heard on the fucking Drowning Spits that he's put up about him, and from what I've heard from people, but like he had a massive falling out with us. He fucking, I know he was drunk. He said something stupid about us. We were fucking pissed also, and young and hungry, and we thought we were the fucking best thing in the world.
Yeah.
And so we put up a diss track about him, and then he put up a diss track about us, And we were like, what the fuck? That was weak as fuck. And then we went to do another one, and then he like deleted everything. And then he was messaging us, telling us that, like, oh, I'm good mates with HK and all these fucking KGB boys. I know where you live. I'll come around. I'll fucking kill you. And we're like, go on, Wolf. Go on. Just fucking do it, mate. Like,
Yeah.
what's your problem?
Yeah.
We have done nothing. You started this shit, man.
Yeah.
And then that shit with Cogs kicked off. And I was like, nah. Away.
Yeah, it's,
Away.
the whole Wolverine thing, it's weird, eh? Like, he just doesn't seem... I mean, I'm sure there is a lot of people out there that do enjoy stuff, and he has got a following and whatnot, but for a long time his name was popping up and it was never in a good light.
Never in a good light.
I found out about him through just him and his goose behaviour.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think... I don't know if it was the Cogs thing or if there was something before that, or maybe it was through the Cogs thing, and like, I'm always mad curious about, you know, for starters, I've always been mad curious about like Perth hip hop and shit, just because all the other hip hop that I listen to, I feel like there's like a trail of information. Whereas because Aussie hip hop is so young, and especially Perth hip hop and stuff, I mean, you know, you can't go and watch a documentary about SBX or Clandestine or like, you know, there's the Hunter doc on stuff.
Yeah.
But to
Yeah.
find information about things like that is
There is
like,
a lot more media coverage out there for, like, American hip-hop, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But
Yeah.
when all that was happening, and I don't know how I got down the rabbit hole, but I started seeing people's comments about like him selling beats that were other people's beats.
Yeah, I remember
Have you
it.
seen that video that fucking someone put up about Wolverine like stealing a beat and then selling it?
Maybe
but I think
that's what it was.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know, but it was.
Can we YouTube that quickly?
Yeah.
Is it on Facebook or
It's on YouTube. Yeah, like just type in fucking Wolverine sells beats, and like it's the most blatant fucking jack, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, we've just gone hard on Wolverine, but
Well, if he wants to come on, I mean,
nah.
that's the one.
This one?
Yeah. I don't give a fuck, man.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Wolverine. So, beats and verses every day. The beat, all beats, prestige. And for no added extra charge, if you're down for a collab, the verse that I spit, I'll record it over the beat for you. This is the
Fuck.
So they just start.
must.
Shazam.
Oh, what the fuck?
One Shazam, and it was the person who listened to a Wolverine song.
Yeah, my beat said you did wrong. My chainsaw sliced right through song. Wolverine on a track, he King Kong. But to the
right, cause that shit before my ears bleed.
What are you doing?
I don't
Look at this track thing.
Yeah. Is this him still?
No, that's the
is
actual
someone else.
fucking.
Guy.
Pretty bloody similar. Maybe they stole it off you, Wolf.
He's just gone onto this fucking beatmaker's website, downloaded the
pause it.
fucking song,
Oh no, Wolf.
and then yeah,
Mate. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, pause it.
that's fucking ridiculous, man.
Yes, yeah. All he's done is basically taken the beat and maybe added drum on it. It sounded like there was probably one extra drum in the whole thing, and that was it.
Maybe one extra cymbal crash, if
Yeah.
that, like, and even
That's-
then, it's
It's one thing to come across the same sample or hear a sample and go, I want to sample that and do your own take on it, but to
Yeah.
make a beat that's that similar.
Pretty
it's
much
like,
identical, man. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I've
even
never-
when I
I've-
get fucking samples, man, I try and like I pitch shift that shit,
Yeah.
so there's
yeah.
like no point of return. Like
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
you don't even know where the fuck it came from.
or,
Yeah,
or as
yeah,
long
for
as you
sure.
can cut it and the way you put it back together.
Yeah,
As long as it's not, you know, and even then, like, I've got plenty of beats where I've just used loops and shit. But that's because I'm, like, a big fan of, like, Madlib and Alchemist and stuff. If I hear loop that's dope, I just cut it, save it, very rarely ever go back to it, But, you know, if there's ever a time I want to, like,
Fuck.
you know, rhyme over a disco track or something, I've got something there. But
Yeah.
A disco
that
track.
is like...
I'm trying to think what else. Have you got anything?
I only had one thing, and it was about Spotify cracking down on people's... Like, apparently you can do a family plan, and to crack down on people, like, just getting together with their mates and doing the
Oh,
family
yeah.
plan and shit.
Really?
Now, when you do it,
Like
it pops
Netflix?
up with a thing. Yeah, and you can either enter your address manually or turn on your location, and it will confirm you live at the same address as your family.
What
so
the
you can,
fuck?
Yeah. Bit of a trip.
Yeah, that's...
Dog.
And also,
They've done it.
invasion of
Because
privacy.
if you get a
Yeah.
family one, you get premium for $18. I think I pay like $11 or $12
Yeah.
just for premium
Yeah.
for myself.
Yeah.
So you probably are saving money if you have three
Oh,
or
for
four
sure.
people on there.
Yeah, yeah.
But the fact that you've got to confirm you live at the same address is like...
I think there's a deeper meaning to that. They just want to fucking...
They want to find us. Yeah, pinpoint people.
Yeah. Oh, this cunt lives here. He's listening to some communist shit. That's fucking...
Yeah, yeah.
The time will come where that is exactly how everything works. So
Yeah. And it's just the beginning, man. Like, at this point in time, it might seem like, oh, you know, they're just doing it to do it. There's no fucking harm. They'll do it. And then 20 years later, anything can fucking happen.
Well, they don't, like... They're doing it now, and they... Like, once they figure it out... Like, it's only sort of new technology, a lot of the shit that we've seen come in our generation.
Yeah.
So give it another 20 years and we're all fucked.
Yeah.
And it's like you walk out the house and the alarm will start blaring, cops will rock up because we won't be allowed
Just
outside. 'cause there's
immediately
not
get
enough
shut
air
down.
for
Like, every
everyone,
chip's in
so
our
we-
head. And just like, all right, automatic shutdown.
That's like some Black Mirror shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
fucked up because that shit's happening now.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen the episode where people go around and they give each other's ratings?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
that shit's
exact one I
happening
was
in fucking
thinking
China,
of.
man. Like,
Is it what?
it's
legit?
happening right now.
Holy fuck! I didn't know
Like-
it was legit happening. I mean, I kind of just sort of like translated it to like, you know, Instagram and shit like that.
Mm.
But then again, like Instagram taking away the whole like thing, I guess, is somewhat of a step in the other direction. You know what I mean? Like, because they
Yeah.
did that to prevent. Well, it was sort of like a suicide amongst the young teenagers awareness kind of
Yeah.
thing. That's
Mm.
why they were doing it.
But like, they can fucking... People can still click on like who's liked it, and they can still see how many people like...
yeah,
It's
true.
just
yeah.
other people can't see
Yeah,
it,
which is
so-
fucking stupid, because if you're going to do it, you may as well just do it so everybody...
can't see.
Like, yeah, because
Yeah.
the main person it's affecting is the person that's posting.
Yeah, like at the end of
Like-
the day, if someone looks at it and goes, "Oh, I've only got 50 likes," they still know that someone else is getting more.
But the
Because
likes
unless you're
come
hitting,
up
like,
in
the
your
thousands.
notifications anyway. So if you're that committed, you'll
Yeah.
count your notifications. And
Yeah. There'll be psychopaths in their room, like, haven't slept for 16 days, like, writing fucking likes on their fucking wall.
Yeah. I don't know what you want to do if you want to wrap it up, but I've got a test, the best test in the West.
Do it.
It's not a test. It's more of like a one or the other, like a this or that. I was supposed to do it with like every guest. I did it with Divine for the first time, and then I forgot to do it with fucking Josh the other day. But if you want, we can do it. It's pretty simple.
Let's do it.
All right. VB or export?
Export.
HJs or Maccas?
HJ's butter.
Pizza Hut or Domino's?
Probably Pizza Hut, man. There's fucking good memories there.
I've not had Pizza Hut for a while.
Yeah.
Spicy or original?
I'm a spicy boy now.
Spicy boy. Biggie or Pack?
Probably Pack.
Adidas or Nike?
Like,
Sauce in the fridge or sauce in the cupboard?
it's fridge, brother. Keep that shit icy cold with my spicy boys.
Jim Beam or Jack Daniels?
Jack Daniels all the way.
Bongs or blunts?
Bongs.
Straight or spun?
Spun.
Nice. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Highs or lows? Shoes.
Lows.
Uppers or downers?
Uppers. Actually, no, downers, definitely.
Friends or How I Met Your Mother?
How I Met Your Mother.
Wow.
Friends can get the fuck out of here.
Okay. This
Oh,
episode
is this
never
controversial
going up.
fucking...
We didn't want to make another enemy, but yes.
Netflix or Stan?
Netflix, I guess.
Summer or winter?
Winter.
Skate or BMX?
Skate, for sure.
Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
My boy.
Xbox can suck a dick and
Yeah,
get
for
some
sure.
fucking Johnson up their arsehole. Boof, boof.
Android or Apple?
Android.
Jordan or LeBron?
LeBron.
Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
Oh, don't give me that fucking shit. I'll go Nicki because like she does have some hard verses.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Hilltop or Bliss and Esso?
Hilltops.
Old
100%.
school or new school?
Old school.
Method Man or Redman?
Meth all the way.
Ice Cube or Ice T?
Ice Cube.
Snoop or Dre?
Dre.
Jay-Z or Nas?
Nas.
M or 50?
M.
Coles or Woolies? just a random one. Coles or Woolies?
I'm gonna go Woolies because they're supporting the fucking grow your own garden shit.
Yeah.
That's
Fuck
that's dope.
Taylors or Rollies?
Rollies.
Alright, would you rather lose an arm or lose a leg?
Lose a leg. I can't make music if I lose a arm. It's gonna be harder.
Yeah, true.
And like fuck man, you can get prosthetic legs. You run like a fucking machine.
You actually run better, I think,
Yeah.
with one of those blade fucking things
Yeah.
on your leg. Add an extra 6 foot to your fucking vertical leg.
Yeah, no shit.
I'll be hopping around like a fucking kangaroo, man. Fuck the other leg.
Yeah. Deaf or blind?
Blind.
Yeah. Dog or cat?
Dog.
Chicken or egg? Which one came first?
Oh, fucking.
There's a few in here that are just way too deep.
I reckon the egg, like. Oh, not the egg, the chicken. Like, the fucking organism grew into a chicken, and the chicken was like, yeah, I'm going to shit something out. Recreate my species.
Pubs or clubs?
Pubs, fuck clubs.
Mrs. Max or 4 and 20?
Miss Max.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke, fuck Pepsi.
And last one, the most bogan one, Ford or Holden?
Oh, you got me a pickle here. I used to be a Holden boy when I was younger, but I'm fucking really liking Fords at the moment. I feel like a bit of a traitor. But I'm probably going to stick with Holdens.
Alright, fair enough. Fucking hell.
There you go.
I feel like
test.
I feel like I need to add some, but then at the same time, it's like I feel like it's quite a good variety of
Yeah.
random shit.
You need some more difficult questions.
Yeah.
Alright,
Communism, fascism.
It's Always Sunny or Office?
Office.
Dogged.
Dogged.
Mob Deep or Gangster?
Deep.
Alright. Cheese or milk before its best before date?
Cheese, brother, because are you going to fucking drink
Okay.
cluggy milk?
My next question, would you rather eat cheese or manhandle another male? Because
I'd rather eat cheese. What kind of question is that?
I'm just saying all people who eat cheese are raging homosexuals.
Alright, brother, I'm going to go home tonight and eat some fucking cheese and be happy with my life.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I'm going to
Fucking-
sit
you
here
can't-
not eating cheese
You're gonna have
and cry
fun at
myself
fucking-
to sleep again. It might be the thing I'm missing. I haven't felt much lately, and
It definitely is.
maybe I just need to eat. Well,
You'll
you got
get home
milk
one
in the
day
fridge.
and his
I'll-
cunt will just have like 70 blocks of
Yeah.
cone and just like just smashing.
laying on the couch going,
cheese.
Elliot, I can't stop.
I can't.
I'm
Oh,
sitting there
man.
trying to smoke cheese because I can't get enough of it.
Fucking hell. Alright, we'll wrap it up, eh?
Yeah, man.
Alright, well, it's been a pleasure. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Thank you
Sweet.
for coming out, man. It's been good
Thanks
to
for
sit
having
down
us here,
and
man.
Appreciate it.
talk to you. It's been dope.
My pleasure.
Do you want to throw any shit out there? Promote anything that you're doing?
No.
No?
if
Alright.
they want it, they'll come get it.
Fuck. Yeah, good point. Fuck everyone.
Well, make sure you go Pete Coerce. Well, it's all on your Facebook, eh? All your beats.
Yeah. I'm on an Instagram, Coerce Perth, Facebook, Coerce Perth, YouTube, Coerce Perth. I don't put much on.
Perth.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, but yeah, keep up with the YouTube, the Instagram, the Facebook. Facebook gets most of the attention, so
Yeah.
Fucking oath. Well, we're keen to hear some more stuff. I've been
Fucking
digging
oath.
your shit. You
got
beat
some
dope,
bars, son.
so,
I've got some heavy shit.
yeah,
No,
fucking
can't
oath.
even hear it.
All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. It's been a pleasure, and peace.